Hello all, welcome back to Selenium interview question sessions. Today's session we will see Selenium interview questions from 41 to 60. Right, if anyone did not watch my previous sessions, please go and watch those questions also. Right, you will get more knowledge on it, interview questions. Right, first question is how do you maximize the browser window in Selenium? Right, in Selenium we can use the manage method. In the manage method we will get window.maximize function. Suppose if we create the driver object, how we will create WebDriver driver equal new Chrome driver driver.manage.window.maximize. What it will do? It will maximize. Right. If you want to use the Firefox, just change it to driver object Firefox or edge driver means edge driver. Right. This function will work for all the browsers. How do you delete cookies in Selenium? Right. Right. What are the cookies? Cookies are the small. Right. It will store the content in the browser cache. Right, some cookies if you want to delete, right, after creating the driver.manage.delete all cookies. Right, it will delete all the cookies. If you want to delete specific cookie, if you know the name of the cookie, then driver.manage.delete cookie named. By using the name of the cookie we can delete it. If you want to get all the cookies, driver.manage.get cookies, we will get all the cookies in the form of set of cookie. We can iterate all the cookies and get name, get value. We can print the what is the name of the cookie, name of the value. Right, by using like this we can handle the cookies. How do you get the current page URL? Right, if you want to get the current page URL, we can use the driver.get current URL. Right, we can print the current URL. If you want to get the title of the web page, driver.get title. Right, we can also use JavaScript also to get the title or current URL. These things we can get it from current JavaScript executor also. How do you verify if a particular text is present on a web page? Right, then driver.find element by.tag name body.get text. Right, we can get the entire text of the body so that it will get all the text of the web page. Then we can get page text.contains what is the expected in that whole content, what you are expecting. We can use that contains method. Like this we can verify particular text is present on a web page or not. How do you perform scrolling to an element using JavaScript executor? Right, we can create first JavaScript executor object by typecasting driver to JavaScript executor, then driver.find element by.id, driver.find element by.id, then web element. I want to scroll to this web element first. Right, we have to get the web element. Then JavaScript.execute script arguments of 0 dot scroll into view true, comma web element. Which web element I want to scroll? This web element. Arguments of 0 scroll into view true. Right. If anyone knows why we are using arguments of 0, please comment it. Right, we will see. Right, anyone knows why we are using here arguments of 0? Right, just comment it out. What is the Selenium grid and how does it work? Selenium grid, by using Selenium grid, if I want to run my scripts on different browsers with different versions and different platforms. Right, I want to run on a Chrome with Windows 10, Firefox with Windows 11 or Mac with Safari. Right, different browser combinations, versions and platforms. Then we can go for a Selenium grid. Right, in Selenium grid we will have a hub and nodes. In Selenium grid we have hub and nodes. Right, hub and node concept. Hub and node concept. Hub means main server that controls the execution. Hub main server that controls the execution. Node means machines running tests on different browsers. Right, in node we will execute the actual test cases. Browser will open and execute. Hub will transfer the request to the nodes. Right, whenever I want to execute Windows 10 Chrome browser, then hub will verify the configuration. It will transfer the corresponding node. Right, how to start the setup this web and node? First we have to download Selenium server standalone jar file. Selenium server standalone jar file. Alright, which version we want to use, that version we have to download. How to start the hub? Java-jar and path to the this server file -role hub. Then it will start the hub. Then I want to attach a node to the hub. First, then we need to start the node. Java-jar standalone jar. Alright, server. This server file path we have to give -role node. Right, for a hub, -role is hub. Here, role is node. Then where hub is running, we have to register this node to hub. -hub HTTP colon localhost 44. The default port of the hub where it will run 4444 / grid and register. Then this node will be registered to the hub. Right, how do you handle authentication pop-ups in Selenium? We can use either in the directly while entering the URL, we can append username colon password @ examplesite.com. We can send along with the URL or use robot class for pop-up handling. Because that pop-up handling is the right that is a Windows specific pop-up, not with the web-based pop-up. That is a Windows based. So we have to use either robot class or along with the URL. How do you verify tooltip? Right, whenever we will mouse over, some tooltips will come. Right, then suppose first we have to mouse over on it. By using actions class we can mouse over. Then driver.find element tooltip element we can identify get attribute of title. Get attribute of title, then we can get the title of the tooltip. How do you validate the color of a web element in Selenium? Color of a web element. I want to get the color of the web element and validate. How do you get driver.find element dot get CSS value dot get CSS value color? Right, we can get a color or background color or color, whatever attribute is there we can give that attribute. Right, find element get CSS value and then color, we can get the color, we can print it. It will print in the RGB format. Right, RGB format it will print like this. Right, how do you verify if an image is loaded correctly in Selenium or not? Right, how do you verify whether an image is properly loaded or not? By using JavaScript executor we can verify it. First we have to create the JavaScript executor by typecasting driver, then execute script. Inside execute script we have to write some script here. Return arguments of 0.complete should be complete and the type of arguments natural width not equal to undefined. Right, it should not be, if it is loaded means something will be there other than undefined. Natural width means right not equal to undefined and arguments of 0 natural width greater than 0. Right, it should not be undefined and it should be greater than 0. Then driver.find element tag name image. Then right, it will return either boolean. Right, if it is boolean it will return true or false. Like this we can validate. A little bit lengthy syntax we can get it from the book easily. Right, we can also do, right here we can discussing different types of questions. These are the right, we can have a multiple solutions for every questions. Right, just a idea. Right, okay, this type of questions also we can get in the interview so that we can aware of it. Right, at least we can tell by using JavaScript executor we can verify. Right, natural there is a attribute natural width, it should be greater than 0. Right, like that we can tell. Then how do you handle SSL certificate errors in Selenium? Right, we have to create the Chrome options. Then options dot set accept insecure asset to true. Chrome options object we have to create options dot set accept insecure certifications true. Then pass that options to Chrome drive. Right, now how do you verify if a drop down has specific option? How do you verify if a drop down has a specific option? Right, drop down will have a multiple options. Right, I want to verify whether whatever I will send, it is there or not. Then first get the drop down, select object, create the select object and give the drop down locator. Find the drop down locator, pass to select object, and then drop down dot get options. Drop down dot get options, we will get list of web options. Then iterate. We can use normal for each, or if you want to more advanced one, streaming concept. Options dot stream, any match of each iteration we have to, each option we have to iterate. Option dot get text, each option get text we have to get equals whatever we are expecting. Then it will return true or false. If it is difficult for you, right, we can remember normal for each and if condition. Right, what is the difference between hard accept and soft accept? Right, hard accept stops execution if assertion fails. Right, hard assertion means what? Whenever if we write a multiple assertions, if one at first assertion is failed, it will stop there itself. It will not go further. Soft assertion means if first assertion is failed also, it will go for next. If it validate all the assertions, then it will validate the all the assertions which are failed and which are passed. Soft assertion will not break the test case execution. Right, a hard assertion means normal assert dot assert equal. Right, a test engine will provide a assert class, assert dot assert equal, assert boolean. Right, those are all hard assert. Soft assertion means we have to create the soft assert object and then soft assert dot assert equal. We can validate how many we want. We can add assertions. Then finally assert all. Whenever we will call assert all, then only it will validate all the assertions, whichever is passed, whichever is failed. Right, how do you run Selenium test in incognito mode? Right, we can create the Chrome options and add argument --- incognito, --- incognito mode. Right, then pass that into Chrome driver object. Right, how do you find broken links on it? Right, this question may expect an interview. First, we will find all the links. Driver.find element by the tag name, list of web element. We can iterate one by one web element by using for loop. Then get the href. Href tag will contain the URL of the web page. Right, a link dot get attribute of href. We will get the URL. Now we have to, here we need to simple code. We need to write a new URL of that URL we have to pass and open connection. We have to typecast HTTP URL connection. HTTP URL connection. Otherwise, we can write it will return new URL dot open connection will return connection object. Then again typecast. Instead of 2 lines, it is a single line. New URL of open connection typecast to HTTP URL connection. Then connection dot request method set as a head and connect to it. Right, we don't require this request method. Just a connection dot connect to it. Connect, that's it. If the connection dot response code, if response code is 200 greater than or equal to 400, it is broken. Right, 400 series or 500 series are client errors or server errors. Client errors or server errors. How do you validate that page? Right, how do you validate a page completely loaded or not? Completely loaded or not? How do you verify? We can create the explicit wait, WebDriver wait until, right, we can wait, right, first, right, simple thing, it is combined, right, everything in single line. Right, if we are facing difficulty, first we have to create the WebDriver object, WebDriver wait explicit wait object. Then we have to create the JavaScript object, then execute script, JavaScript object, then execute script object, return document ready state equal to complete. Right, execute script return document dot ready state equal to complete. Right, we can write like this. Right, how do you handle hidden element in Selenium? Right, hidden elements, if you want to handle, again we have to create a JavaScript executor object. Right, here execute script arguments of 0 dot click, arguments of 0 dot click, and driver dot find element we have to give. right? It will click on it. JavaScript executor is used when the elements are hidden due to CSS, right? Then how do you run Selenium test in headless mode? Right, headless mode, how we will run? We can use Chrome options, options dot add argument hyphen hyphen headless. Sometimes while running headless mode, it will not execute. It will fail. It will fail. So we have to add this disable hyphen hyphen disable GPU, and also window.size we have to set it. Sometimes maybe in headless mode we will face some issues. So in Firefox also hyphen hyphen headless. Right. What is the GPU is an optional argument for Chrome to ensure smooth functioning in headless mode. Window size helps the set the viewport since some websites may behave differently in a headless mode without it. Right. If you are facing any issues, just for the Chrome, we have to set hyphen hyphen disable GPU window size 1920 1080. Right. By like this, we can run in headless mode. Right, we will see next set of questions in the next session. Right, thanks for watching. If you like, my way of presentation and content, please subscribe to the channel, enable the notification, please comment and subscribe to the channel. Right, share if you want to share with your friends. Right, thanks for watching.